Blue feels everywhere: sky, ocean, jeans. But for most of human history, blue was exotic, expensive, and sometimes nearly impossible to make. This is the wild story of how humanity invented blue, lost fortunes chasing it, and finally bottled it in a lab. True blue pigment is scarce in nature. Many blue animals are not blue at all. Their color comes from microscopic structures that bend light, not from blue chemicals. That is why a blue jay's feather, when crushed, looks brown. The sky is blue for a different reason, because the atmosphere scatters short wavelengths of light more than long ones. Blue was everywhere above us, but almost nowhere in our hands. The first reliable blue pigment humans made was Egyptian blue, around 2600 BCE. Craftspeople heated sand, lime, and a copper source to create a glassy material that they ground into a vivid blue powder. It is one of the oldest synthetic pigments on Earth. Cool bonus, under certain light it luminesces in the near-infrared, so archaeologists can find traces of it with special cameras even when the blue looks long gone. The most luxurious blue came from a rock, lapis lazuli, mined in what is now Afghanistan. Traders carried it across deserts to the workshops of Venice. From lapis, artisans extracted ultramarine, a radiant blue that seemed to glow from within. It was so expensive that artists wrote contracts promising how much ultramarine they would use, and patrons reserved it for the most holy subjects, often the robes of Mary. In some studios, blue cost more than gold leaf, pigments color paint, dyes color cloth. Indigo is the plant-based dye that turned the world blue. For centuries it moved along trade routes from India, Africa, and the Americas. When fabric leaves the indigo vat, it looks green. Oxygen in the air transforms it into that deep, familiar blue. Indigo powered fortunes and brutal labor systems. Later it democratized blue as everyday wear, especially when it met denim. Your jeans are a history lesson. In the early 1700s, a pigment maker in Berlin stumbled onto a new, powerful blue by accident while trying to make red. Prussian blue was strong, consistent, and much cheaper than ultramarine. Artists embraced it. Hokusai's Great Wave surges with Prussian blue. Engineers used it in cyanotype prints, the original blueprints, turning ideas into deep blue plans. It even has a niche in medicine as an antidote for certain heavy metal poisonings. In the 1800s, chemists refined Cobalt Blue, a clean, stable hue that handled light and time better than many previous blues. Painters like Van Gogh and Turner pushed it to intense, luminous extremes. For the first time, powerful blues were not just for the wealthy or sacred, they were for anyone who could afford a modern paint box. In the mid-20th century, artist Yves Klein set out to show blue as pure experience. He worked with chemists to lock ultramarine particles in a special binder, preserving their velvety intensity. He called it International Klein Blue. The canvases looked like holes in reality, a reminder that color is not just chemistry, it is emotion and idea. In 2009, researchers experimenting with materials for electronics accidentally discovered a new blue. It is called YInMn for its elements: yttrium, indium, and manganese. It is bright, durable, and reflects heat well, making it useful for paints on buildings that stay cooler in sunlight. After safety testing and approvals, it hit the market as the newest member of the blue family humans ever made. Cultures read blue in different ways, but many associate it with trust, calm, and distance. There are very few naturally blue foods, so blue can even suppress appetite. That might be why it is a common color for uniforms and financial brands. Blue is order, coolness, stability, or mystery and depth like the ocean. Sunlight is white, a blend of many colors. The atmosphere scatters shorter wavelengths more strongly, so the sky looks blue. At sunrise and sunset, light travels farther through the air, scattering blue away, and letting warmer reds and oranges dominate. Blue is not a layer on the world, it is the world shaping light. On screens, blue is pure light. Add blue light to green and you get cayenne, add red and you get white. In paint, pigments absorb and reflect, mix too many and you get muddy. Your eyes and brain bridge the gap, convincing you it is all the same color. It is not. One is light mixing, one is matter mixing. Blue is not just a color we found, it is a technology we built. A chain of kilns, caravans, contracts, plantations, experiments, failures, and accidents. Every blue you see carries a piece of that story. Now that you know the secret history of blue, which color should we uncover next? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe for more stories where art, chemistry, and culture meet. Save this video for your next museum visit, and the next time you pull on a pair of jeans, remember the centuries it took to make that blue possible.